Good morning from Robert Radford with 50 years of chess. Today I have a game for you. It was played in 2003 and it was at the Bristol Congress, and it was somebody I only played there once, a guy called Colin Stanton. Apparently when I spoke to him before the game, he hadn't played for a long time, and a few years. I think he joined Grendel for a while, Grendel Chess Club, but his rating was low. There was nothing to indicate that he'd played recently. He had a D rating, which was based over many years, and so it was no way of knowing really what his grade was. But I do know that as he played for a few years, for I believe it was Grendel, he did manage to get his rating up to about 1690, which wasn't bad. And then he played a little bit longer, and then we didn't see him again, I don't think. At the time we played, he was around about 1548. Like I said, he hadn't played for a while, and I think he was a better player than what. There's no real way of knowing how good he was, but he proved to be a difficult opponent for me. And I was rated about 1788 at the time. So I was white against Mr. Stanton, and the game went as follows: e4, c5, c3, g6, d4, b6. So I don't say I come up against this very often, but it's a bit like it's really a Sicilian. I think I did play somebody once who played b6 in this line, but it was a while back. Bishop e3, queen c7, bishop d3, bishop g7, knight e2. This is so that if he does move his e-pawn out, maybe to e4 or e5 or e6, he might pin my knight on g4 against the knight on f3, which is why I put it to e2 instead. c4, bishop back to c2, knight f6, f3, castle a4, bishop b7, knight a3. Now that will prevent this a6 and b5 push, hopefully there, and it's also just a little threat against this c-pawn. If he played knight c6, for instance, I could quickly take the pawn. I guess, I don't know, but I don't think that happened anyway, because he played a6. Queen d2, rook e8, king g2. I played that rather than castle because I wanted to just bring the rook on a1 across the g1 so that I could attack down there. I have done this before. As long as that rook that was on f8 was not on f8, then it's unlikely to open me out that side anyway. So after rook e8, I played rook on a to g1, knight a5. That's naughty because he wants to come into b6 probably, or just protect the pawn. But I can't allow him to attack my queen like that, so I brought the queen back. Now he's brought his other rook across, so far Mr. Stanton is playing very well. He may not have played for a long time, but he's playing well here. I just can't take this guy for granted. No matter what it says about his rating, it is false because he's played before, and I think he was quite a decent player. So g4, I'm now pushing against his king. d6, h4, e5. He's not afraid of the pawns I'm pushing. He's trying to push back. That's a sign of a decent player. I pushed again. Maybe I should have played d5 first, but I pushed again. Then he pushed his other pawn to d5. That's why I should have played d5 first. I don't want him breaking up my centre. It would make it very difficult for me. Especially if we got, for instance, he managed to go d takes e4, bishop takes e4, bishop takes e4, pawn takes e4, knight takes e4. It could be a real problem for me. So I don't like that. So anyway, I'm gonna keep going my attack. H takes g6, f takes g6, g5, and then he's gone knight takes pawn on e4. This is a bold move that he's played here. He was probably one of these guys who was pretty good when he was at school. So anyway, I took the knight. I decided I would ride the storm, whatever it was he did to me. There you go, rook to g8. Piece down, but he's got a lot of play. King to e1. Now he's moved his rook into f3, hitting the bishop. However, I missed it. I had completely forgot he could do that. And he took it, so he just got his piece back. And he's a pawn up. So I'm playing like a bit of a... Well, I won't use the word, but anyway, he took the bishop. So I'm attacking the rook now. To queen on d2, and he's protecting it with pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn. Oh, now it's coming queen g3 check. He really means business here. Rook takes knight. Not sure why he did that. Not sure at all, but I'm glad he did. Now, I've got the exchange of two rooks against his one rook, but he's got one minor piece more. So this is what you call being exchange up. But for being exchange up, it's all about having two extra pawns. Pawn takes pawn. I didn't take the pawn with the bishop because he could check me on b3 with the queen and possibly other things. This is better because I'm threatening to get the queens off. If I can get the queens off, my king would be a lot safer. But he just went rook takes pawn. Goodness me. I shouldn't have let that pawn drop. So king c1. Not having a good day here. He took that pawn as well. So now I go further in the corner with king b1. He's now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns against my 2. He is winning this game. As I'm looking at the bar on the side, he's slightly better. Can you see the bar on the side with the red line? If it's over the red line going upwards, then I'm winning. If it's below going down, he's winning with the black pieces, and he is at the moment. So he's stopping the queen attack by playing h5. That's a good move. So I'm now trying to make some threats of my own with queen to f7 check next. But he stops it, which attacks the knight and it attacks the rook. So he defends it with the knight, which is the right thing to do. Queen takes pawn, knight e5. Now he wants to come into knight to either d3 or f3, which is very powerful. I've got to do something. So first of all, I attack his rook. So he brings his rook down to d2. I need to get this knight towards his king so I can try and get him somewhere in the corner before he gets me. So I went knight to c7. He's played bishop to c6. So I went on the back rank. Again now I'm if you look at the bar on the side, it's going down and down and down for white. Queen c8 check. I'm getting a bit desperate here. So he played king to g7. But now I got a bit of a chance because I played queen into e6. And he's got pieces, defending pieces and everything. They're all connected up. But just one little mistake and the lot could collapse. Now he's got, believe it or not, a 5.2 winning advantage. This game is over, according to computer I'm looking at, it's showing that I am busted in this game. Completely, utterly busted. So he plays the bishop back to d7, which is not the correct move. Queen e3 was the correct move. But it's still okay. So now I move my queen down one more square to e7. And he's still got nearly, well, he has got a 5-point advantage. That's really good. I can't see how I'm going to get him. I just got to hope I can get one chance. So he's gone. I went queen to e7, yeah. Bishop to f5. Now I played knight to e8, getting a little bit nearer to his king. But he's got his queen covering that bishop, so I can't checkmate him at this time. G4. So I really went, I just threw everything here. I had to get that knight off because he played it there so that I couldn't play knight f6 check and get him in a back rank mate. But he saw that, you see, but so I had to sack the rook to make sure I could do it. So after pawn takes rook, now I've got a good chance. Knight to f6 check, king h8, and it's mate in 2. No, not in 2, because you can go back with the bishop. But I went queen e8 check. He went back with the bishop. But then I came into f7, threatening checkmate on g8. The only way you could stop this would be with queen back to g7. But then I've got rook h1 checkmate, except that he can intervene with the rook on h2, and then I take rook takes h2. So this is where he played his bishop back to e6 to stop me checkmating him. So I took the bishop. Now he's brought the rook across to stop me, so that he can stop the mate. But he's overlooked the fact that I still got queen takes g8 checkmate, which was, I was pleased he made a mistake there. The only time he really made a mistake in the whole game. But he had to do it. Well, he didn't have to do it, but he saw that as a way of stopping me getting the rook h1 check in when he went back with the queen. So I was a bit fortunate in this game that when my opponent needed to finish me, he couldn't do it. Remember what I've said in the past about when you have a one game, you must win it? Well, he had a one game and he didn't finish it. He didn't finish me off. And so it cost him in the end. And I got away with one there. But I'm not complaining. So I've seen him, I've played games like that, won and lost games like this same. So thanks for watching, and I'll get you another game soon, okay? Thanks.